So we are here with the last lecture of our course on Frank Lloyd Wright, and we saw quite a lot about his buildings, about his evolution, about his ideas. And if there are some major concepts that summarize his work and his importance, what are they and how are they a reflection of his worldview?
So let's again reiterate that Wright did beautiful buildings, but what makes an architect important enough to be in the textbooks, to be in the art history books, is that they understood, experienced, engaged in, and advanced the world, reality for us. They are philosophers, except in action, in making the buildings in which we live. So let's see how Wright did that. So here's our slide again of Villa Rotunda by Andrea Palladio, putting the human being in the center. It's reflective of a humanist worldview. Wright was not a humanist. So humanism holds that between God, man, and nature, or God, human, and nature. The human being is the central and most important thing. God is a function of the human imagination, and the human being understands and controls nature. And this gives us the platform from which to do that. That was not Wright's point of view. He was not a humanist. So here again is this humanist point of view, putting the human being in the center, knowing the world through Plato's ideal forms and Aristotle's pragmatism that we see in a major Renaissance painting, Raphael's School of Athens. Now here we are in Japan. And the central religious system of Japan is Shintoism. And it's not really a religion so much as if you're Japanese, you're Shinto. It is the way of being Japanese. And it's very involved with nature. And you see a spot in nature that has a kind of, seems to be powerful. So you mark it with this rope, and then you put a little fence around it. And then maybe so people can leave offerings, you make this little shelter. And that's a Shinto temple. That's a Japanese temple. So just protection for the offerings to the spirits of a special spot. So we said, the God, human, and nature. In Japan, human being's a natural animal, and spirit is in all things. So it's all one integrated thing. There are not three things. There's only one, which is what we see in Frank Lloyd Wright. So here is the great Shinto shrine of Japan, Ise Shrine, and it's referred to as the Parthenon of Japan, and it's built out of unfinished wood, and it rots, and they rebuild it every 20 years. And he said, well, couldn't you put varnish? Couldn't you put polyurethane on there and protect the wood? No, that's the whole point. You're going to die. You're going to dissolve back. But they believe in reincarnation. Shintoism and Buddhism has reincarnation. So it's just part of a natural process. And their architecture embodies and presents that natural process. Another key example of Japanese architecture is Katsura Imperial Villa. It was for a nobleman. And look at it integrated into nature. Look at the plan. It meanders, total interpenetration of inside and outside. The walls slide open, and when they're closed, they're made out of rice paper anyway. So total interpenetration of nature. You sit on a little viewing veranda and look at a pond and recite haiku poetry. So these are two key examples of Japanese architecture. And here we are, interpenetration of inside and outside. Where have we heard that before? And every material expressing itself, an honest expression of the materials, all of them very clear. So this is Villa Rotunda with its humanist point of view. Here's Katsura with, shall we say, an organic point of view of the human being integrated with nature. So here's our question. Which is Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water more similar to? And I'm not going to say. We can find quotes of Frank Lloyd Wright which are definitely humanist, and we can find quotes of Frank Lloyd Wright which are definitely seeing us as part of nature.
Hmm.
And so that's something for R to think about. So what is our notion today of the human place in the world, and is it everywhere the same in all cultures around the world? So Frank Lloyd Wright very clearly presents a philosophical point of view about what a human being is. Palladio did in the Renaissance, the Japanese do in their architecture, Wright did in his architecture, and again, these things are almost 100 years ago, Frank Lloyd Wright. Where do we stand today? And something for our students to think about. So that wraps us up. We've gone from introduction through organic architecture, done 8 weeks, and Yvonne, thank you for the opportunity to engage with these terrific people in this course.
Well, thank you for being here with us, and we certainly hope to see you in many more courses with us at Open Online Academy.
Thank you.